We're going to talk a little bit about Star Wars. First up, we're going to talk about Hayden Christensen and rumors that he's going to be returning for the Kenobi series. You know, there's been some sort of rumor about Christensen returning since The Force Awakens.
For a while, yeah.
It's always...
Which, in theory, he has.
He has, yes.
Technically, he has returned, but...
So, here's the thing. You can't bring him back as Darth Vader, because that would... that contradicts Star Wars A New Hope. You can't bring him back any form where he comes face-to-face with Obi-Wan or anything, and you can't jump to his story while Obi-Wan's is going on. It just doesn't make sense. So my assumption would be flashbacks to...
Yeah, I'd imagine you'd get, like, Clone Wars scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And you have, like, Kenobi, Anakin, and Ahsoka.
Yeah.
And you get that with those. 'Cause just to set up everything. Like, even though we're going to be seeing her in The Mandalorian, but, you know, set up other stuff.
Right. And
that would be my bet.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one that makes the most amount of sense. Like, if you really start thinking about it, you're like, well, out of all the things you can do, this is the thing that you maybe should do, because it doesn't contradict anything. It doesn't go up against anything. Like you said, you can set up Ahsoka, which, again, if they do flashbacks, if they add Ahsoka in there, they can maybe plant some of the seeds for her series and what she's doing along with the Mando. So... Yeah, I definitely think there's, you know, some validity to this, because a couple people I've talked to as well that are a little bit more Star Wars they also said they're hearing a few things happening with it. So, again, I think there's more to this happening, and, like, this also came just a couple days after we got the announcement of Bad Batch, so...
Yes.
I mean... Star Wars is definitely expanding much faster than I thought they were going to be. Like, it's kind of cool.
But still no new movie.
No.
Everything's all TV.
Yeah. I mean, Bob Iger did say, hey, TV's going to be a primary focus because we got tons of stories to tell in that universe, which...
And you got more time to spread out story arcs to cram everything in 2 hours.
Yeah. And
you also can kind of let people like die down from the sequel trilogy and just be like, that was very mixed.
Yeah.
We'll leave that over there for now. We'll keep those dates and never use them, clearly, but...
Right. Well, they got more excuses now for why Avatar and the next Star Wars movies will never come out.
It's true. It's true.
They got like a free pass on that one. Now, also there's been other talks. There's been a few things said here or there about Solo recently. Again, there's still heavy rumors that it's going to go something to Disney Plus. I still believe that's 100% going to happen.
I don't think you'll get it as like here's a Solo series. It'll be like, right, here's a Lando series. Here's a Crimson Dawn.
Yeah,
is that what it was?
Yep.
Like, here's a Crimson Dawn series that will follow this bit. Lando will follow that bit, and they'll spin it off and still tie up everything from the movie and do it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's.
Is Lando Solo 2 and 3? I suppose.
That would be my guess, and I was actually like, that was my hope that they were doing Solo 2 anyway. Would kind of focus on things like that, and like right now, the NBC service Peacock launched. And if you look at it, the lead series they have on there, the actor that plays Solo, Alden Ehrenreich, he's the lead of their Brave New World series. Every single review I've read praises him in specific, being like, dude, he has really like shown his talent here, and they're letting him go, and like it's a good series. So again, the dude's talented, and he did the best he could with Solo. And a lot of people that were doubting him going into that walked out being like, you know what, he wasn't as bad as I thought he was going to be. So there's room for improvement. He's said he's willing to do it. Chewbacca actor has said it. Like, so I think they'll do something with it. Like, again, if they just use the Mando tech, the volume, you're going to...
Oh, everything's going to be made on that now. Everything,
yeah.
Why would you spend all that money and then make like 3 things on it?
Exactly. Like... And that's the thing, like, production time would be cut down so short. And recently they did the the composer, Ludwig, he was, they show him, like, getting up, and he's, like, putting together the instruments and playing the music from his house, and then you realize they shot that entire thing in the volume, and like your mind starts to understand that they're just changing in real time while he's playing the music, and you're like can't understand it because it looks real. Like
that thing's insane. It's like too far in the future, for me to actually really comprehend this thing we now have. Madness.
Now I remember reading that interview with Bob Iger, where he said Jon Favreau had this technology where he literally had to bring people in to show them how it's done because they didn't understand it. Like the Russo brothers walked in, they were like, "I don't get what this does," because like you trying to explain it to them didn't make sense until you see it. Like, and it looks real. So, I mean, I assume the production cost for like a Solo or a Lando series, or even using like
low.
Yeah, or bringing back Hayden Christensen, being like, "Hey, we got to put him in the Clone Wars." Okay, like you got that CG room, drop him in there. There you go. Like it's, and they inherited everything they had from ILM, which they kept all the sets and renders from the prequels that they made. So, again, I think it's gonna work out for them pretty well with Star Wars on TV. So,
yeah, very much the Star Trek route.
Yeah.
And now Star Trek's going for movies, so it's kind of
Star Trek.
It's been so long, and they flipped.
Look, I love Star Trek, and oh my God, there's so much Star Trek now. And in the next 5 years, there's going to be like 12 series. I'm like, what the hell is even happening? When does Star Trek get this big? Like, holy crap! But yeah, all good news, all things considered. So, I guess get hyped if you want more Star Wars. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you.
Just don't watch it and move on with your life.
Don't watch it, exactly.
Nah, that means that I can't complain about it.
That is true.
I mean, people complain about that watching anyway.
Yeah.
I know. That's how you get clout on the internet.
I mean, you don't hear me complain about the CW because I don't watch 80% of the CW DC shows. So what am I going to complain about? I watch literally one of them. So there you go. Like,
do you watch Stargirl?
No, I'm waiting until the season's done to just binge watch in 2 days. So
I was going to say that'd be 2.
That is going to be 2. Yeah, exactly.
Because rip.
Oh yeah. Don't worry though. They're going to save Swamp Thing, right?
Imagine. Ooh. Just a dude in a ghillie suit.
Your ghillie suit is wishing too much for the CW.
All right, a second-hand ghillie suit.
Oh, could you imagine CW's version of the volume? It's just a TV screen, literally, and they're standing in front of it, like
it's just a giant flick book.
Spare no expense here, boys. It's a Berlanti production.